How's it going, everybody out there? You don't need to adjust your screen or anything like that. It's just dark right now, and I'm actually in my room and getting ready for bed. So it's dark. That little red light over there that you see, that dot is, my TV. But I had to come on here because I just had a thought. And usually when I have these kind of thoughts, I want to share it with everybody out there. And you don't need to see me. You just need to listen to the message. And I'm going to speak. The observation that I make with everything, especially around social media, that is, because, social media has basically taken over the world when it comes to communication and self-expression. But why is everything about sex? Like, not necessarily intercourse, but why does everything have to be about gender identity these days? Like, it's almost like people, they can't help themselves. It's like people have to tell you their sexual identity. Like, there used to be a time where that type of stuff just was not talked about, like the 50s, the 60s, 70s, even the 80s and 90s, of course, or we can even go as soon as to say the early 2000s. This just was not something that people did. Like, you didn't go around saying, hey, I am asexual. Hey, I am pansexual. I am this. And I'm like, why is this so focused on now? It's like everywhere I go and I look on different platforms and profiles, I am a bisexual individual. I am a transgender individual. I am a pansexual individual, asexual, he, she, they, he, the, alien, LMNOP. Everywhere I go. It's ridiculous at this point, folks. It's ridiculous. And it just goes to show you how far that this world has fallen from God. It just goes to show you how much they pushed him away and decided to go back to their own vomit and to fall into sin and wickedness and condone what's wrong, just like I talked about yesterday. And people really think that we're getting better. People think that we're evolving. People think that everything is going to be okay and that the world is in a more conscious state. No, it's in a confused, delusional state right now. And those of us who are conscious and who are saved and who know what's up, and we try to say anything remotely close to the truth, we get shut down, we get talked about, we get called names, we get banned. Heck, you may even get arrested in some cases if you say the wrong thing. Like, it's wrong to call a man and a woman these days. Like, I don't understand it. I didn't grow, when I was growing up, life wasn't like this. I grew up in the 80s. And in the 90s, pretty much. And this just was not something that, it didn't exist. It didn't. And it just goes to show you how busy the enemy is. It's very busy at, causing people to fall away from the Lord and fall into sin. This is a sin problem. Anytime people fall into sin, the rabbit hole just goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and it travels to a place that you almost want to say is a place of no return, because you're so deep into that hole of sin. And this isn't me saying you can't be saved, but the Bible says clearly in the book of Romans that there's a such thing as reprobates, and reprobates are basically people who are irredeemable. You know, there's just no hope for them. These people have made a personal decision to engulf their lives and their minds into sin, and that's just what they're going to do, unfortunately. And I just wish that people would wake up. Some are waking up, some are not. Some of them continuously stay in the position that they are in, and they don't want to change. They don't want to come to Christ. They don't. And it's sad. It's truly sad at the end of the day. But it's like everywhere I go, people are just talking about sex all the time. Sexuality, orientation, association. It's just, like I said, there was a time that this was taboo. And you just didn't talk about that type of stuff. And honestly, I really think it's just confusing our younger generation. And, you know, anytime I see people and hear people talk like that, you know, I just think like, man, they just so far gone with their thoughts. And, you know, there's some people out there who probably would say that I'm closed-minded and that I'm wicked and evil. And, you know, I'm okay with that. You know, they said, they call Christ all kind of stuff, all kind of names. They even said he had a demon. So I really don't care what anybody says about me. Like, I just can't pretend to be dumbfounded, you know, on simple stuff that kids know. Like, if you're a boy, you're a boy. If you're a girl, you're a girl. You should know this. This should not be something that should be debated or talked about. It should be a fact. But unfortunately, it's not in this day and age. Times have changed, and not for the better. I'm just saying. God bless.